Hey guys, I'm Maggie Rulli reporting from Des Moines, Iowa. And today, all eyes are here in the state and media outlets are in from across the country, officially kicking off the 2016 election. And we're going to be breaking it all down for you. It's Monday, February 1st, and Channel 1 News starts right now. We're still 8 months away from electing a president, but here in Iowa, we're already in the thick of presidential pandemonium. And it's a big day because voters here officially kick off the 2016 presidential election tonight. How would you describe caucus time in Iowa?
I would describe it as lots of attention.
You can't ignore it. I mean, there's signs everywhere. The news is always talking about where people are and what's going on here.
Iowa is the first state to vote during the primary season when, in the months leading up to the presidential election, voters in each state pick a candidate to run for president from both the Republican and Democratic Party. And this year, both parties are in heated races to find out who will represent their team at the big dance come November. It looks like it's down to Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders for the Democratic Party. But right now, the seat for the Republican candidate is still anyone's game. While Donald Trump is leading in the polls, Ted Cruz is still in the running, with Marco Rubio, Jeb Bush, and Ben Carson in the game as well. Now, instead of going to the polls to vote, people here in Iowa caucus. But if you're from outside the state, you probably find the word caucus, well, confusing. So these government students at Hoover High School in Des Moines are going to break it down for us.
Why do we do the caucus every 4 years?
So we can choose what candidates run for president?
Think of it as a get-together with your neighbors. Registered Republicans or Democrats depends on your home address. At Republican caucuses,
he wants to make college tuition tax deductible.
Someone speaks on behalf of each candidate. Then participants cast a secret ballot. But for Democrats, it's more complicated. Voters separate into groups depending on which candidate they support. Any candidate who doesn't hit around 15% in that precinct is eliminated. Their supporters are then free to move to the other camps.
This is about standing with your neighbor, transparency, and being committed, not just to the process, but to your candidate.
The old school process hasn't changed much, but this year, it's going high-tech.
The application does the math in the background.
Each precinct will report results with this new app, which will quickly determine the winners. Now, even after all of this, the official candidates won't be chosen until the conventions this summer. So why is everyone still talking about it? Since momentum to the winners. But some argue that all this attention on Iowan voters doesn't really represent the rest of the country. Iowans make up just 1% of the national population. The state is 92% white and more than half evangelical Christian. Iowa is just one state in the middle of the country, but it gets so much attention and it's so important come election season. Do you think that it really deserves all of this attention?
I do think it deserves the attention, and I think it's cool, and I think every 4 years it just puts Iowa more on the map. We're full of people who are young professionals who are very educated and who have a lot of say on where the country is going to go.
Now, while what happens could sway voters, we've still got 5 more months of primary season to go before we'll know for sure who's running for president.